There are multiple ways to play ranked in Brawlhalla. You can be a passive player that makes the clock run out of time. You can be an over-aggressive player, or you can use some strategies. But what if I tell you that you can make ranked easier? In today's video, I'll be talking about all the exploits people have used to make ranked easier, or just to get easy wins over the course of Brawlhalla's lifespan. The first thing I want to talk about is how if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, you can single-handedly boost your elo by turning off crossplay. And that basically means that you don't have to worry about fighting people that aren't on Xbox or PlayStation, and you only fight people that are on those specific platforms, which means you don't have to fight PC players, Switch players, or any of that, which overall lowers the skill gap, which makes things like getting Diamond or Brawlhalla way easier because you only fight one specific platform, which means, for example, if there's only one player that's in 2100, you can keep farming that same player over and over again until there's more players, or just if there is no more players, you're going to pretty much fight the same Xbox player over and over again, making it extremely easy to pretty much get wherever you need to be. Making ranked overall loses meaning, and I'm surprised that even though we are 7 years into Brawlhalla, you can still just turn off crossplay in all game modes to finish your quests. So yeah, that's the thing. But did you also know that you can server switch? So pretty much also in Brawlhalla, let's say you're having too much trouble in US East. Well, you say, fine, I'm gonna go play US West. There is really no punishment at all. Of course, you're gonna have stronger lag because it's not your servers. But if you have good enough Wi-Fi, I mean, the lag isn't really gonna do anything if you're like diamond level and you need to get to like plat. So pretty much how this actually works is that, of course, every single region has a different skill gap. A prime example of this is like Japan. Japan does not have that many really good players right now. So let's say if you had some really good internet, you switch to Japan, well, you can just cruise through the elos extremely fast because, of course, for example, in Japan, while there might be diamonds, those diamonds might be on the level of like gold players in NA, which means a gold player can switch to Japan with pretty much no repercussions and get diamond, and then just either stay in Japan or switch back to US East. The rank season resets, and then voila, he's a diamond. Now, this happens way more often than you think. This used to be really bad because randoms would just be at like the top of the 1v1 ranked leaderboard for like US East, and you would like never see them in the queues because, of course, they were taking advantage of this exploit that is still in the game because, of course, there are no region locks of Brawlhalla, and you can freely switch your server whenever you feel like it. Now, before Brawlhalla added the ability to see like when people were sweating when they were running out of jumps, or like when they used their gravity cancel and had no more options in the air, there used to be a very popular mod that was on PC only because, of course, PC is the only thing that can use mods, to where you could basically see when someone had like 1 jump, 2 jump, or just used all the gravity cancels. And this mod was very popular among the pros. And basically what Brawlhalla did is they did not allow this in tournaments, but you could use this in ranked. So the main reason Brawlhalla didn't want this, of course, is because you had an unfair advantage because you could see when someone was out of jumps, but if someone else wasn't counting, then they had no idea. Brawlhalla, of course, took inspiration from this and made this an actual feature inside the game, which I appreciate. But for a good month or two, pretty much PC players had an indefinite advantage if they really wanted to download the mod because, of course, it was free, where they could pretty much always know when their opponent was out of jumps, which makes it way easier for them to make an approach, option, etc. And something else PC players only had access to was Special K. Now, this was around the time of like Great Swordish, or like 2020, 2021, I think maybe 2022. I forgot exactly what year, but Special K pretty much overall allowed people to have like faster response time and a more smoother game. Of course, while only being on Steam, this would cause problems because, of course, why would you even want to bother fighting someone that had a way faster time of being able to react to moves, and you're on console and capped at like 60, maybe 30 FPS if you're on a Switch or something. Of course, Brawlhalla stopped this by adding easy anti-cheat, and it was never heard from again. But for a good month or two, this was like plaguing tournaments, and it was a whole entire thing. And yeah, PC basically was eating good with the, like these mods and stuff. Like PC players were thriving. Going back to console, DDoSing has been a thing forever. DDoSing pretty much involves someone getting your internet IP and then putting it in a stressor to pretty much fry your router and make you go offline. Of course, it is illegal, so don't try this. But this has been a thing forever. This isn't necessarily Brawlhalla's fault because they can't really control DDoSing. This is more or less a problem with Xbox and PlayStation, not so much with Brawlhalla. But yeah, this used to be very bad because imagine, for example, someone combines this with having crossplay turned off so that they only play with PlayStation players or Xbox players, so they know guaranteed you're on console. They just put your name in because of course it shows up in Brawlhalla what your name is. They just type that in real quick, boot you offline, and now your 2000 game is now gone forever because you're offline and a bot is playing as you. And by the time you finally get back on the game, he's easily 3-stocked you, and he's gonna rinse, wash, and repeat that until he gets to whatever elo he cares about. Now, this isn't as bad as it used to be, and this used to be a serious problem. I don't really think Brawlhalla can do anything necessarily about this unless they add some type of encryption in the game. But of course, there's only so much they can do against people that are really dedicated to trying to figure out what your Xbox or PlayStation name is, of course. And last but not least, we have boosting. Boosting has existed for almost every game since the beginning of time. Like, boosting is so old. But of course, Brawlhalla doesn't necessarily ban you for switching your IP or let's say being in a different area. So, I mean, they tend to get away with it. If you just look on eBay or Discord or pretty much anywhere, you can easily find like someone that's willing to get you the diamond for like $20 or $30. It's not really that hard. And of course, this negatively impacts the Brawlhalla rank queue. Well, I mean, it's not to the point where Brawlhalla rank becomes unplayable. I mean, it still impacts players because, like, imagine you're about to get to like plat, and then this random dude who should even be down here is playing for somebody because they gave him $20, and then you lose your game to plat. Now, I mean, if you're ready for plat, you can get back to plat, but of course, it's still annoying when like you are clearly fighting someone way better than you in ranked, and I can understand, of course, the frustration. But overall, guys, that's gonna end the video, and this is pretty much every exploit that has ever existed in ranked or that can boost your rank in Brawlhalla history. If I forgot anything, make sure to let me know in the comments. And until next time, guys, peace out.